What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Friday. What's up, everybody? TGIF. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Tonight is our regularly scheduled every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a Mara meeting here on my YouTube channel. Now, if you don't know what Mara is, let me tell you all about it. Mara is Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. And if you guys don't know about it, I'm fixing to teach you all about it because it's pretty freaking amazing. Um, hey, Sky. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Wesley. Hey, Misty. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Mama. Okay, I'm so glad you guys are here. So come on in. Come on in. Greet your neighbor. Take a seat. Say hello to the person on the left. Say hello to the person on the right. And let's do this. If you guys would like to call in tonight and share, I have the Real Talk Recovery phone number right there on the screen, 501-991-5149. Hey, Misty. Hey, Alicia. Hey, More Smoke. Hey, Kim. Hey, Green Eyed Cat. All right. What's up, you guys? Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Brenny. Hey, Ray Ray. Hey, Merk. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what Mara is. You guys come on in, talk with each other, and I'm going to read this, and then we'll get started on the topic tonight. So if you guys didn't know, every Friday night, like the week before Friday, I put a poll up in my Patreon, and I let my patrons pick the topic for each Friday night. So last week I put a poll up and they voted, and the topic that they chose was transitioning from our old active addiction lifestyle into our new sober life. What are some things that I did when I was first getting sober that helped me to maintain sobriety, that helped me to get comfortable and get in the swing of things, because it's different. It is a lot different living sober than it is living in your active addiction. So we're going to talk about that, you guys, and I'm going to tell you all the things that I screwed up doing, and so that way maybe you guys won't make those same mistakes that I did, okay? Hey, Luca. Hey, Brienne. So, hey, Tony. Let me go ahead and read this to you guys. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. One size does not fit all. Do you use medication such as methadone, naltrexone, Suboxone, Antabuse, Paxil, Remeron, bupropion, gabapentin, baclofen, Topamax, etc., that is prescribed and approved by the medical community to treat various drug and alcohol use disorders? Many addicts and alcoholics that are utilizing evidence-based science to aid in their recovery sometimes feel unwelcome. Here at Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous, aka Mara, you are always welcome. Recovery is simply to recover from an unsafe lifestyle. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous is a support group of people who believe in the value of medication as a means to recovery. We understand that our individual needs may not be the same, our backgrounds may not be the same, our futures may not be the same. However, our desire to live a safe lifestyle joins us together. And this is my favorite part. Non-judgment is our code. That I love reading that part every single time, because for so long, you guys, I was, hey, Barbarisi from the Bronx. Shout out, Barbarisi. For so many years, you guys, I was looking and searching for a program where I felt welcome, a program where I felt a part of, a program where I felt not judged or looked down on. And, I struggled at the beginning of my recovery because, there wasn't a program out there like Mara yet. And it wasn't until I found, the creators of Mara over on Facebook, I was like, man, this is what I've been looking for all my life. This is exactly where I need to be. And ever since then, I've been trying to, get involved and learn all I can about Mara because it's so important to me. I made a doctor's appointment to start tapering from 10 milligrams down to 8 milligrams. Your channel has really helped me. Much love from Australia. Hey, Melissa, that's awesome, girl. I'm proud of you. Take your time. Take your time. Go slow. No rush. Okay, so let me go ahead and, all right. So you guys know that with Mara, you can contact marainternational.org if you want to start a meeting in your own town. So for those of you guys that are like, hey, I don't know where, we don't have a Mara meeting here where I live, you can start one, and don't be discouraged and don't think that you can't do it, because you can. It's really important that, we all just be open-minded and non-judgmental and supporting, because here's the thing, it's really easy to judge somebody when you're not in their shoes. It's really easy to look at somebody from the outside looking in and say, you know what, you need to be doing X, Y, and Z, and A, B, and C too. And I know that it's easy to judge people, because I used to judge people. I used to look at people and say, why are you doing this? You should be doing it that way. And when somebody is busy judging you guys, it's coming from a place of ego, okay? And when we're getting sober and we're trying to change our lives, the first thing that has to be smashed and thrown out the window is our ego, okay? Because for so many years, that's what has kept us blocked off from being able to recover and to find happiness in our lives, because we thought we knew it all. Our pride and our ego kept us blocked off from recovery. Hey peeps, how late am I? I thought it was 8 p.m. Eastern. No, you're right on time, girl. It just started like 2 minutes ago. So thank you, Merck, so much. Merck is linking Mara, you guys. If you all are interested in starting a meeting where you live, there you go. So Khaleesi says, the NA place I go, the only one in my town, is half agrees with Matt treatment and half think they are the NA police, but I need Suboxone to get better. Khaleesi, and that, or Kim, that is exactly why we have these meetings, why we have Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. Because here's the thing, you guys, it is extremely dangerous for anyone to be telling you whether or not you should be on a medication or not. Okay? I'm a drug addict. You're a drug addict. When did I go out and like become a doctor and learn all these things, right? And so that's what happens though. And that's what happens when people, they get so into these programs. And listen, there's nothing wrong with the 12 steps. I love the 12 steps. I think they are amazing. I believe in the 12 steps. You know what I don't believe in? I don't believe in judgmental people who take the program out of context and make it and shape it into what they want to make it to, so it serves their narrative, which is judging others and making others feel less than. That's what I don't like. Okay, Nicole wants to know how she can find meetings near her. Okay, I'm fixing to read to you guys. If you go to the marainternational.org website, they give you a list of the states that the meetings are in. You're in Arizona, right, Nicole? So I just clicked on Arizona, and let me tell you, they have them in Scottsdale, Arizona. They have them in Sierra Vista. So 2 in Sierra Vista and 1 in Scottsdale, Arizona. And all you have to do is go to marainternational.org and highlight your state, and it will show you the address to the meetings. So there's quite a few states that are having Mara meetings, but like I said, if your state isn't on this list, you can connect with Mara and you can ask Jeff to help you get a meeting started, and he will help you get it started. And then you can facilitate your own meeting in your own town. And that's how this thing is going to get started, you guys. Mara has been around for 2 years, but we need everybody to come aboard and help, so that way we can spread this message to other people, so other people know that, guess what? They're not alone. There are places out there, there are programs out there that are non-judgmental and supportive, and we just want you to live a lifestyle, not stuck in active addiction. We just want you to be safe. You know what I mean? And methadone and Suboxone and other medication used to treat substance use disorder are they're harm reduction, you guys, and it's helping improve people's lives. So last time I checked, like I was saying before, I have no business telling any of you how long you should be on your medication, whether or not you should be on your medication, whether or not you're clean, sober, or in recovery while you're on your medication. And I would never do that. You know, I have many friends who take medication as prescribed. And just because I can't take Xanax as prescribed doesn't mean you can't take it as prescribed and live in recovery. Okay. And that's very important for people to understand that just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for someone else. And it's not my business to judge or say. It's so dangerous. That judgment has got to be gone. We cannot be doing that to people anymore. Okay? Because it kills people, you guys. It kills people. All right? I don't care what anyone says. Okay? Right, Wesley? It was bad for me too because I would literally drive my car into a brick wall. But just because I drive my car into a brick wall doesn't mean somebody else can't use it and benefit them. You know, there's some people that have such bad anxiety, you guys, that they can't even leave their homes. You know, can you imagine? So that's why I have to remember, like, I have friends that have agoraphobia and they can't go outside. And that medication is able to help them to leave their house. You know, so we never know what someone else is going through. We never, ever know someone else's circumstances. And I think that that's what really changed my life forever. When my child got taken from me by CPS, that changed my life because nobody knew what I was going through at that time. You know, nobody knew the pain I felt because it wasn't even about the pain I felt. It was about the pain I felt because I knew I was inflicting unnecessary pain and on my son, having him taken and put into some stranger's home. You know what I'm saying? So when a person, we don't ever know what, it's just so important, you guys. It's so important. Imagine all the people that we can help and that we can encourage if we can just remember that not everybody is the same. We don't know all the answers. I don't know all the answers. Like, I'm constantly learning new things every single day. And I want to keep stressing you guys and keep stressing to you guys, like, your journey is specific to you, whatever works for you. I am here to cheer you on. I am here to encourage you. Now, don't get it twisted. If I know you and you're like, yeah, Nicole, I'm taking this, that, and the third, and I see you over somewhere passed out, foaming at the mouth, don't think I'm not going to say, girl, are you sure you need to be taking all that? Because I don't want you to be passed out, foaming at the mouth. Okay. There are extreme cases where you see someone and you're like, maybe that they don't see themselves in that way. And I hope if you guys saw me and I was acting some type of way and it was a danger to myself or someone else, that you guys would say, hey, Nicole, like, I love you, girl, but what are you doing? You know, are you taking something else? Are you, just there's ways to go about things, but this judgment of people we don't even know and just putting stuff out on the internet and being like, oh yeah, you're not sober. I saw somebody posted on Facebook today because I was over there trying to like actually be active on Facebook, which is so hard for me, you guys, because I'm just not a Facebook person. But I went over there and somebody had posted something. A guy, he said that he's been seeing a lot of posts about whether or not someone is clean or sober if they're on Suboxone or methadone, right? And he was like, why does it matter? Like, it's not your place to judge. And I was just like, finally, it's like, Exactly. It's no one's business. You know, the only reason anyone knows that you're on maintenance medication or I'm on maintenance medication, you guys, is because we're being honest and sharing that, you know? And so think about that. You know, a lot of people wouldn't even know if we weren't transparent and honest about our journey. But think of all the people that we're encouraging and we are helping by being transparent and honest about our journey. Because think about all the people that come in and they say, hey guys, you know, I didn't know there was a group like this, and I have been so embarrassed that I'm on medication assisted treatment and I wasn't able to share it because my mom judges me, my husband judges me, my friends judge me, other addicts judge me, and they come in here and they feel like, you know what, this is a place where they can be and they're not going to get judged. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's important because everyone should have a place where they can feel like they're a part of something, you know, and that they belong. So, anyways, I'm rambling. This is our place. This is where y'all belong. Okay? Okay. So, what I wanted to talk about tonight, you guys, I thought that you all would enjoy it. And I know that I kind of need to do a refresher course on the things that I need to do to stay sober for when I first got sober. So, um, let's take it all the way back. And like I said, if any of you guys want to come on and, you know, chat with me or call in, all you have to do is call that phone number and I'll put you on speakerphone and you can share with everybody how you're doing in your recovery. You could share with everybody the things you do to stay sober. You can share with everyone your experience leaving your old life behind and coming into your new life. Whatever you guys want to do. Don't feel pressured, but if you want to call in, you can. So my phone's right there. Okay, so let's get started. So, leaving the old life behind. Wow, let me just tell you something. Well, Sky, you're welcome here, girl. You know that. Let me just tell you about leaving the old life behind. First of all, it took a miracle for me to leave that old life, you guys. It took me having my child taken. Now, let me explain to you why I think it took that long and what I mean by the many times that I went back to that life. So, um, back in like 2005, I really started to notice, go figure, I really started to notice that my life was starting to decline. I was losing jobs. I was losing relationships with like guys that I was like, I had 6 or 7 years and I had become very, very promiscuous. I had started cheating on him, you guys. I was um I was just doing what addicts do. I was an active addiction and I was running around being a hoochie mama. Well, it was probably 2003 to 2005. My mom and dad had really started to take notice. Hey, Summer. Sorry. My mom and dad, hey girl. Hey everybody. Hey, Stay Free. I'm so glad you guys are here. So my mom and dad, you guys, had really started to notice that my addiction was getting out of control. It was because I had graduated. You know, I graduated in the year 2000, and I graduated, you guys, I barely passed. I barely made it. I remember my grandma, she flew down from New York to see me graduate because I was the first of all the grandkids to graduate. And so my dad looked at her and he was like, I don't even know why you're here because she literally barely passed. She passed with all D's for DeMayo. Hey, Cannoli. I love that. Cannon Cannoli. I love that name. That's so cool. Hey, Meme Chan. Hey, Sabitha. Love you, girl. Hey, Mark. Love you too. So, okay. So I barely passed. Okay, so that was the first really big sign that I was going down the wrong path. I had started drinking my junior and senior year, you guys, and I was drinking like a straight up alcoholic. I was drinking vodka. I was taking vodka and orange juice to my school in a little flask. Like I was not messing around. I was a seasoned veteran at 17 years old. Do you know what I'm saying? Because why else am I going to drink? why else? I'm either going to drink to get drunk or I'm not drinking at all, right? So that's what was going on. I was spiraling out of control and my addiction had just begun. Well, by 2005, I had lost 3 jobs. Okay. I had a huge breakup with the guy that I was dating, and I was really, really depressed. I remember it took me a year to get over my first boyfriend, Robert. You guys do any of you girls know what I'm talking about? You know, when you dated somebody for so long that when you when y'all break up, you try to sleep at night and you can't sleep because you don't have another body in the bed. So I remember I had to go and buy a body pillow. I was so heartbroken, you guys. Like, and the reason we broke up was because of me and my addiction and my actions and the things I was doing because I was getting high and drunk, you know? And it didn't matter how many excuses I made or what lies I told myself. I knew in my heart, I knew that the reason we were breaking up was because of me. And so every night I would try to go to sleep and I tossed and turned. I cried. And so guess what? Guess what I did? I got even higher. I partied even more. And I became a big hoe even more. I slept with even more guys than I did before, you know? And it became a regular thing for me, you guys. Became a regular lifestyle for me to have one night stands, to have multiple partners at one time, and do all kinds of crazy stuff while I was under the influence of cocaine, methamphetamine, alcohol, opiates. And I just got to a point where I think my mom and dad really saw it, you know, they really saw it. Well, I went into treatment that first time, and I don't know what it is. I like to think that anyone can get sober on their first time in treatment, right? But for some reason, you guys, it took me like 5 times. And so that first time I went into treatment, they taught me what I needed to do. They taught me that I needed to get into therapy. They taught me I needed to have a sponsor. They taught me I needed to, you know, find new people, places, and things, all the things that we know today that help us stay sober, right? And I came out and I started on my journey and I kind of halfway did what they told me to do. And I ended up relapsing. One of the main things that always stumped me up, you guys, was the people, especially when I was younger. Now that I'm older, this last time that I got sober, it was like, oh, I need to get rid of the people. Fuck y'all. See ya. You know what I mean? Because I'm older and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm going to die. I'm going to lose my son. I'm going to lose my husband, you know? And so this time I just gave everybody the bird and literally ran. I put signs outside of my house that were like, fuck off, I'll call the police on you. You know what I mean? Well, not back in the day. Back in the day, I was so afraid to lose my friends because I felt like I had just found people that were like me and people that accepted me. And I found like I had a crew. You know what I mean? Um, and that was something that I struggled with from a young age, was like trying to find people that I felt accepted by. And I'm sure you guys from the outside looking in look at me and you're like, what? When did you ever struggle with being accepted or being, liked by people? But I'm telling you guys, like, I've always kind of not felt like I fit in. It's always been so, I don't know what it is. I just think it's inside of us. I think a lot of us addicts have it, and it's just this void, and that we're constantly trying to seek and find something to fill that void. Do you guys know what I mean? Can y'all relate to that? Did you guys do that when you were little? Did y'all try to find, people that you felt like you fit in with, and then when you found them, you like didn't want to let go of that group of people. You know, it's like these are my people. They understand me. They know what I'm going through. And that's how I felt about a lot of my friends, especially the friends, you guys, that I got high with. Hey, Haunted by the Truth. Love you. How's Hawaii? I'm telling you guys, like, it was like constant in my mind that these were people that cared about me. These were people that loved me. These were people that, would do anything for me. And I wish I could say that those people lived up to all those expectations that I placed on them. But I'm here to tell you that none of those people, none of them are still in my life. None of them have checked on me to make sure I'm okay. Hold on, I gotta let my dog out. Go ahead. Go ahead, poo-poo bud. Who let the dogs out? Woo, 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 woo. Sorry. Oh, but okay. So anyway, sorry. I'm so just in a good mood today, you guys. This happens. Like I had this hard time at the beginning of the week, and now I feel like I'm getting back on track and I'm feeling happy again. It's just like it's like a roller coaster over here, you guys. So welcome to the roller coaster. Have a seat. Buckle your seatbelts. I'm taking you for a ride. Hey Junior, what's up? So so letting go of my friends, especially when I was younger, you guys, was really, really difficult for me. And I didn't let go of them. I did not let go of those people that I was getting high with. And that's kind of the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about that I think is really, really important when you're when you're getting sober and you're saying, you know what? Today I'm doing it. I'm making the decision to turn my will in my life over and I'm changing. I'm leaving behind my addiction and I'm going to look forward into my recovery, right? So this is the first thing that I think is so important if you want to be successful in staying sober, okay, guys? And this is probably one of the things that you guys are going to struggle with the most because I know I did. Get rid of every single person that you ever got high with. Get rid of every single person that is not trying to better their lives. Get rid of every single person that you know is doing things they're not supposed to do. If you have a friend who her husband and her, only get fucked up on the weekends, bam, you don't need them in your life. You don't need them in your life, okay? If you have a friend that you've been friends with since you were 2 years old and you've known her all your life and like her mom and your mom's mom are friends and all that, and she's still getting high, see ya. You don't need her in your life. You don't need her in your life, okay? Remove yourself from those people. Remove those people from your life, you guys, please. Because if you hang on to them like I hung on to my people, this is what's going to happen. They're going to pull you down. It is inevitable. Every single time, you guys, I tried to hold on to my friends. And because actually, in my mind, whether I want to admit it or not, there was a little grain of, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll be able to get high one day and not have negative consequences. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day I can use and I won't lose my life or I won't lose my family or I won't lose my, driver's license or my car or won't, you know what I mean? Like in our minds, I think, you guys, I think we don't want to admit it, but sometimes we're holding on to that old idea, that we can still drink and use and maybe we'll be able to overcome the way we've been now. I think we also sometimes think that, okay, so it's been long enough. I've been sober for 4 years. What will one drink do? What will one pill do? I've been sober for so long. No one's never going to know. Hey, Jules, what's up, girl? Nobody will ever know the difference. And plus, I won't say anything, right? But I'm telling you, what will happen is everybody will know. And if you don't go off the deep end, then it'll end up happening, you guys. It has happened to me so many times. So many times. So, first things first, when you're transitioning from your active addiction into sobriety, cut them off. Trim the fat. You know, what is that song? It ain't nothing, it ain't nothing, cut that bitch off, or whatever. I don't know that song. So cut them off. Just cut them off, you guys. If they want to change their lives and get sober, then that's great. Let them do them. But it's your responsibility to take care of you. So the first thing you need to do when you're transitioning into your new sober lifestyle is to kick your addict friends to the curb and worry about you. Sobriety is supposed to be about you. It's a selfish program because you haven't taken care of yourself for so many years. So now, guess what? Ain't shit to there you go, Junior. You know what I'm talking about. That song. You haven't taken care of yourself for 10, 15, 20 years, you guys. It is not the time to be trying to take care of everybody else when we can barely take care of ourselves, okay? So get rid of the people in your life that are no longer serving you. Get rid of the people that are in active addiction. Tell them you love them, but they can't stay here and you can't hang out anymore, okay? All right, so please do not play around with this one, all right? If you keep people around you that are actively using, you are 100% asking to go back out. You're asking to relapse. You might as well just set yourself up a little party over here and say, I'll be there in 5 minutes, because it's going to happen. All right. Especially when you're first getting sober and you're trying to stay sober, you guys, because what happens is temptation is already coming up. Triggers are already coming up. Thoughts of using are already coming up, right? Because we're like fresh new babies. We're fresh, sober babies. We've never been sober in our lives. We don't know how to act without drugs. So we're literally like little titty babies walking around like, gaga, goo goo, how do I live my life? And that's exactly what is happening. So get those people out of your life that are getting high still. Get the people out of your life that are toxic, okay? You are on a new journey to a better you. Bam. First things first. Here we go. Okay, so get rid of the old people. Number 2, change your phone number and block all the dealers' numbers. So I don't want you to just block numbers. I want you to change your damn number. And don't give me no shit about it either, because it's important. I don't want to hear, well, my mom and dad know my number, or this phone is for business. Are you serious about being sober? Are you serious about changing your life? Then change your damn number and shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, I've used every excuse in the book, and so has my husband, and he's used every excuse on the book on me. Whenever I was trying to get him to change his number and to get rid of his phone, his old phone with all the dope man's numbers in it, he gave me every single excuse in the book until I took his phone and crashed it and broke it. And then what could he do? Because I know I did the same thing. I just kept the numbers on the cloud. And guess what? I have them still. You have to get rid of all of that, you guys. All of that. You know why? Because what will happen, you guys, is one day you could be doing good for 6 months. Shit, you could be doing good for a year. And then one day, one trigger, one thought will come into your mind. And then you'll say, I still have the phone numbers. And then the next thing you know, you'll beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Hey. Oh, yeah, baby, you got some dope? Or whatever you say. You know what I mean? Okay, so what about the dark net? Meme Chan, you need to get off the dark net. You need to get off there. You need to block yourself from being able to get on there because it's toxic for you and you're asking to die. If you keep on going on there and buying drugs on there, you're going to kill yourself. Okay? You're going to kill yourself. It's not funny. It's not cool. You might think it is right now, but it's not. Okay? And you don't, that stuff that you're getting off the dark net, that's like some crazy stuff. I don't even know what that stuff is. Okay? But all I know is that it's dangerous and you're going to die from it. Like, this is the thing about it, you guys, with addiction. It's like we are so broken that we would sacrifice our own lives to be high because we're so broken and sad and miserable inside that's what we're doing. We're reaching for drugs to cope with our life. You know what I mean? To block out the pain, to block out all the things that we did when we were in active addiction. You know, one of the reasons why I kept getting high was to not think about all the stuff I was already doing in my addiction because I knew that I shouldn't be doing those things, you guys. I knew that what I was doing was wrong because I was brought up right. I was brought up right. I had morals and values, you know? And so when you're going against your moral compass that's inside of you, you know it. You feel it. You feel that you're doing the wrong thing. You feel that you know, this is not the way I want to live. I know this isn't how I'm supposed to live my life, you know? I hear some people, they'll say stuff like, oh no, I love getting high. I just loved being on heroin, you know, it was like everything to me. I understand that the feeling produced by drugs and alcohol feels good. I do understand that. And I will not say that it didn't. Yeah, I love getting high. It felt great until it stopped working, until I was miserable, until I lost my son, until I crashed my car, until I had to use my body to get drugs because I had no money. Do you know how much fun it is to sleep with some dude that you don't even know? Do you know how much fun it is to be in cars with people because you're hiding out because you think the cops are chasing after you? Do you know how much fun it is to be in a coma for 7 days while your mom is sitting beside you crying because she thinks you're going to die? Yeah, that's so much fun. You know, I just love doing that to myself. It was just like amazing. And that's the thing, you guys, like we are so sick, you know? So, okay, get rid of the phone, change it, block it, get rid of the phone, get a new one, you guys. Start fresh. Okay, this is the beginning of the rest of your life. It's time. This is your chance. This is your opportunity to turn over a new leaf and gain everything in your life that you lost from your addiction. Because I'm here to tell you, I have everything back that I lost, and then I have even more. Because you know what I have now? I have passion. I have you guys. You know, I have my son. I have my husband. But the most thing that fires me up, you guys, I'm telling y'all, is passion to help other people. It literally gives me like the most best feeling in the whole wide world. I can't even explain it, but I'm just so grateful, you know? Okay. I take notes so that way when I do this, I'm not just like babbling on forever. Okay, so number 3, one of the things that I think are really, really important, and I'm going to put number 3 above therapy because, or no, therapy above meetings. So number 3 is going to be therapy. Okay. If you guys have not already got into some sort of counseling or therapy, hey Ian, I think it's really, really important. I even think it's more important than going to like AA or NA meetings because I think it's so important to address your mental health. A lot of us suffer from mental illness, and we got high because we were self-medicating a mental illness. A lot of us struggle with that. So when you first get sober and you crush your phone and you get rid of all your junkie friends, You go straight to the doctor's office or straight to DHS, wherever you sign up for free services, and you get into therapy. Okay, that's so important, you guys. Please. And when you go to therapy, I want you to be 100% open and honest. I want you to tell the therapist, I'm an addict, I'm new in my recovery, and I need help. I was in therapy, then she left my clinic. I'm going back though. I already made my appointment. Good, Jules. Very good. Khaleesi says she's schizophrenic. So are you going to, you got a therapist then, don't you, Kim? My eldest dog, Bonnie, is my therapist. She's a great listener. Hey, service dogs are amazing. That's good. But you're bipolar, Beam Chan. So is my sister. So I totally understand. So see what I'm saying, you guys? Like, as much as a lot of us don't want to say, like, I need help or, I need to talk to somebody. I know it's hard sometimes to reach out or even to go to a therapist and sit down and talk. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you what, it'll save your life. Hillbilly Family says we go to counseling once a week and it has been instrumental in our recovery. That's awesome because y'all are husband and wife, and I know that is amazing. Mostly trauma had me trapped by addiction. Therapy made all the difference. Bam! Haunted by the truth. I used to have panic attacks getting ready to go to the therapy, but now I know I will feel better when I leave. Absolutely, Amy. How do you get a therapist without insurance? Hey, Samantha. So, okay, without insurance, I know that there are like, I don't have any ties to any of these online online therapy places, but I've heard that there's like ways that you can do it online with therapy. And Samantha, whatever state you're in, you need to go down to, like, I guess it would be like Department of Human Services or wherever they do like food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare, that kind of thing. Go down there and you need to apply for services so that way they can help you with mental health services. I know that they offer it here where I live. You go down to the DHS office and you sign up for all that stuff. So that way you can get mental health treatment and you can get health treatment. So you should be able to sign up through the state that you're in. But I'm telling you guys, and if you're in an addiction, like if you're being treated with methadone or Suboxone, you guys, they usually offer therapy in your clinics. You just got to ask for it. Say, hey, is there a counselor here? Can I see a therapist? Social services. Thank you, Ray Ray. I'm writing a paper on the links between mental health and addiction in prison. Stay free. That's going to be good. I can't wait to hear it. You going to share it with us? So we got change the number. We got break the phone. We got kick the friends to the curb that are using. And we got therapy. All right, let's transition past our therapy. So we're doing our therapy, you guys. We're staying in our therapy. Like, that is something that I think is so important. I think that if you can stay in therapy for the rest of your life, then do it. Then do it. Okay, if you can have some kind of counselor or someone you can sit and talk to once a week, once a month, do it. It can't hurt. Now, for those of you guys that are like, well, I'm trying to get into therapy, but I haven't been able to do it yet. I'm struggling to find the means to do it. This is what you do. You find yourself somebody that's sober, okay? And you ask that person to help you be accountable and to mentor you or sponsor you, whatever you want to call it. Okay. You ask this person to help sponsor / mentor you, and you can utilize them while you're waiting to get into therapy or go to any kind of like groups. These things will help you. Group meetings, mentorship, and this is free stuff. Going to like an AA or NA or Celebrate Recovery, you guys, these are free group therapies, basically. These are free meetings that you don't have to pay to go to, and you can sit there and you can share what you're going through. And guess what? There's other people in there that are going to be able to say, I've been through that. I know what you're going through. You're not alone. And guess what? Just being in there and having someone to sit with you and say, you're not alone. I've been there. It's so, it's, it's so amazing, you guys. It is like, it's like you're not alone anymore. It's like you are literally like, hello, thank you. Finally, I'm not just some crazy person. And I remember the first time I sat inside of a 12-step meeting and everybody was sharing, and there was people that were sharing, and they were sharing things that I was thinking in my mind. And I was like, holy shit. So I'm not the only person. I'm not I'm not crazy. You know? Um I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a terrible person. So, while you're waiting to get into therapy, like I said, get into some support groups. Even if it's like something like we have here. We have meetings here, we have a Discord here, we have a Facebook here, we have a cell phone number here that you can text and call and say, "Hey Nicole, what's up? I'm just stalking you." You know what I mean? I'll say, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? Like, I will do anything I can to help any of you guys. I'm serious. I'll do anything I can, to help you and to just be someone that you know that's going to be here, that's consistent, that you always know, hey, I can go to Real Talk Recovery and Nicole is going to be there. You know what I mean? And so I know it's super important to me to be able to do these things and be consistent for you guys. So I have to keep myself healthy and strong so that way I can be here for you guys so you guys can be healthy and strong. So we all have to keep going on and passing it down, passing it down, passing it down. So that way we can help each other as we go through this journey together, you know? Okay. All right. So next, one of the things that really helped me when I was transitioning was journaling. So this kind of goes in line with like the therapy and just talking to people. But I know some of you guys are very introverted, right? And you don't feel comfortable talking to everybody. Or, oh, hey, Wolf Walker 23. Man, anytime. You're welcome here anytime. You keep chickening it out. That's okay, Ray Ray. I get your text still, girl. If you actually run into an old dealer, don't stay and talk, run. Exactly, Carrie. How's work going, girl? You all right? I was watching your video on seasonal depression. I cried with, oh, sorry, girl. I just lost it. Let me see. I cried with you because I suffer from it greatly. I live in Canada. Oh, girl, that was a bad day. And that happens sometimes, you guys. And I'm sorry. Like, I just felt like I hadn't talked to you guys and really connected with everybody. And I wanted to make sure that you guys knew what I'm going through, because it's like some days I feel like magic. I feel so amazing. And I'll come on here and yes, I am so much happier. And I feel like $1,000,000, you know? And then there's other days where I'm like barely be able to lift my head out of the bed, you know? But I know, listen, you guys, I know that as long as I stay sober and I keep doing the right thing, that everything's going to be okay. As long as I don't go out and get high, I'm going to be all right. Do you know what I'm saying? And for a long time, I didn't understand that. I automatically thought I need to get high to deal with this. I need to get high to change the way I feel. You know what I mean? Um, and so once I stopped thinking like that and I stopped, you know, self-medicating and trying to change the way I felt and just kind of felt my feelings and come on here and cry about it, come on here and talk to you guys about, going through it. It's so much easier to process those feelings and to talk about it than it is to go on a whole fucking drug addict bend and go out and get high and search for dope and then get high and then come back home and my husband and my son be here and then be upset and my husband be upset. And I mean, it's such a job to go out and get high. I spent hours every single day searching for dope, you guys, and chasing it down and all kinds of craziness. And it's like so much easier to just come on here and just talk to you guys. You know what I mean? So it really does help me a lot. It really does. And that's kind of part of the journaling. It's like you can sit down and you can write things out and you can see where you're like, for me, and this is something that I just started recently, but like I'm writing down, hey Norte, what's up? I'm writing down like how I feel each like day, and especially in the evening before I go to bed. And I just kind of wrap up my day and I'm like, okay, today I struggled, today I felt XYZ. And I try to think back to that and think, okay, what did I eat that day? Did I wake up early or did I lay in bed all day? Like I'm trying to think about how things are affecting me throughout the day, because sometimes I find myself, if I sleep too much the day before, like if I sleep in too late and then the next day I try to do stuff, it's like I literally feel like death. But if I sleep just enough and then wake up early in the morning, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know what I mean? So, okay, let's go over what we got here. So the first thing we need to do is to get rid of all those people, places, and things, right? Get rid of our old friends that we were getting high with. We just need to get away from those people. We love them. We're praying for them, but they got to go over there. We cannot be around them. We have to take care of us. We have to stay sober, and we can't stay sober with people that are getting high still. Okay? It's not worth the risk. Okay? Shoot. You might be able to do it, but it's not worth the risk. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, you guys, you got to use your brain and you got to be smart and you got to pick your battles and you have to say, you know what? Maybe that girl, Nicole, maybe she's right. Maybe she does know what she's talking about. Maybe she is telling us this because she tried to do it 17 times. Like, I totally tried to keep my friends around for so many years. And every time I got high. Every time. So get rid of those people, places, and things. Change our phone number. Crush the old phone. Block the drug dealers' numbers. Get into some therapy. Get yourself some meetings and some support groups. Find a sponsor or a mentor. Start journaling. And yeah, and then hang out with us. That's how you stay sober. You do all these things, and then you hang out with a good group of people who have your best interest at heart. You know what I mean? I would never come on here and tell you guys anything that I had not tried myself. And you know what else? I would not come on here and tell you shit that I hadn't been through. I promise you, if I hadn't tried to get sober so many times and failed, oh Lord help me. And every single time, you guys, it was because I was going back to hang out with people or just be around, or or some old friend. I would run into an old friend and all kinds of craziness. um Find a hobby. Yes, that's another really good thing to do too. Find a hobby or something that you're passionate about. Like, I love doing these groups here on the channel. This is literally what I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? Um, oh, gee, Scotty. Then block their numbers and run. Um, it's just a passion of mine, and it's light. It has lit a fire within my soul that I'm just like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And so I just feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and share with you guys and help you guys in your recovery. It really means a lot to me. I don't ever want to lose this. I don't ever want to lose my recovery. I don't want to ever lose what we built here. And I know that as long as I stay sober, as long as I keep my focus on my recovery, then we're going to keep going in the right direction. You know, and Jules, for so long, you guys, and I try not to talk a lot about, my religion and what I believe in, but for so long, you guys, I was so blocked off from God. And it was because I felt like He had abandoned me. But in all actuality, it was me who left Him. It was me who walked away from my God. And it was me who, I was just blocking everything out. You know what I mean? Um, It wasn't until I got sober that I was able to open up and actually have a relationship with God again. And it means so much to me. And it's my own personal relationship. I'm not doing backhand springs in the church or anything like that, but I have a relationship with my higher power. And it's so important to me. If you don't have any friends, well, girl, I totally understand that, because now that I'm sober, I have 2 in real life friends, you guys, they've never been addicted, so they don't get high or anything like that. But for the most part, you guys are my friends. My sober support. Y'all are my sober support. My sponsor is my sober support. And my friends are like my friends in the meetings are sober support. My husband is my friend, but what I had to start doing, Nicole, is I had to start really thinking about what is important to me. Is it's important to me to be popular and have a bunch of friends and this, that, and the third, or is it important to me to have my family and my husband and my mom and dad and my sisters, and I've just kind of rearranged my priorities. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, my priorities are different now. Um, I care more about my family and about you guys. I care more about complete strangers than I do myself sometimes. You know what I mean? And I love it that way. I love it that way, and I love being able to do this and have a relationship with you guys. And y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know everything about my damn life. Y'all know that, right? Um I was just thinking about that the other day, about how much, I tell on here on my channel. I tell everything. Um, oh God. Okay. Anyways, I love you guys. Let me see what's going on. Oh gosh. Sorry guys. Hold on. So I hope you find forgiveness and understanding. Okay. So, okay, what did you guys think about what I said at the end of my video, the last video I put up? I was talking to you guys about so the other day, Tara messaged me on Instagram, you guys. And if y'all don't know this, Tara is the girl that called CPS on me and blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, she'll never admit to doing it. Like, she still denies it. Okay. But, she was like, I'm doing good. I got a job and I would love to come and talk about share my story on your channel. And so I've been thinking about it. And this is what I'm going to tell her, you guys. I'm going to tell her that if she wants to share her story on my channel, then she has to go into therapy and actually get recovery first. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt that girl was just getting high like 2 months ago. And so before I have her on my channel, she has got to get her life together. You know what I mean? I can't just be having her on because she's like feeling herself right now. You know what I mean? Be careful. I forgive her, you guys, because like I was telling somebody on the comment section earlier, like I forgive her because I have to forgive her, because if I don't forgive her, then that hate is just going to sit inside of me and I'm going to be miserable. And that's what I'm going to do, Wolf Walker. I'm going to tell her that, does she just want her 15 minutes of fame? Mama of Kenny, probably. Honestly, you guys, let me tell you what's been going on with her lately. So she went and had like gastric bypass surgery or something. And so she's lost like a bunch of weight, a bunch. And so I've been watching her Instagram stories and stuff, and she's like posting sexy pictures and all this kind of stuff. And so I'm like, okay, girl, I see you. And that's when she told me, she's like, I see that you're doing interviews. I want to come on your channel. And I was like, I just didn't know even what to say. I was just like, yeah. And that's the thing that really bothers me the most, Aaron, is that even though like I've confronted her about it and I've told her that I forgive her, she still will not admit it. And the only reason I know that she did it, you guys, is because the report that she wrote to them was exactly what she had said to me on the phone the night before. She had said to me on the phone, you know, that she just said all this stuff to me on the phone, and then she literally called the CPS and they verbatim wrote it down. And so that's how I knew it was her. But she just will not admit it. Even my mom told me, my mom knows that she called him, you know? So, yeah. Okay, I see y'all. I see all the no's. I see all the no's. Okay, y'all got it. I'm not going to do it. But this was my thinking. My thinking was, you know, if she was ever going to come onto my channel, oh yes, Carrie, yes, we were getting high together, girl. We were getting high together. That's why I was so mad about her calling them on me, because she and I were both using, and she had a kid too, and I would never do that to her. Never. You guys, even this last time, let me tell you guys something. This last time that I went to her house because she was hallucinating and she called me at work. So I don't hang out with her at all, you guys, but I literally had not seen her in a year. And she called my phone and she was crying, hallucinating. So I went over to her house and I looked under her bed. I looked out the blinds everywhere because she was high. And I said, "Girl, it's okay. There's nothing here." And her daughter was at the house. And I even offered to take her daughter with me. And she wouldn't let me take her daughter. And so I was just like, that right there, I was just like, you know what? I feel bad for her. You know what I mean? I feel bad for her because I was just like that. You know what I mean? I was just like that. I was just like that. And when I was like that, she was not helping me. She would tell me to shut the fuck up. You're tripping, Nicole. And so, like, sometimes I ask myself, I'm like, why do you even care? Why did you even go over there and make sure she was okay? And the reason I went over there is because I knew her daughter was there and I wanted to make sure I was going to take her daughter with me. But she isn't being honest. Why does she deserve to be on a real channel then? Yeah, you're right. But it was like, it was so sad, you guys. Bye, doing time with the darlings. Love y'all. It was so sad because I told you guys about this. If you guys go back like 6 or 7 months ago, you'll see I came on and talked about it on my channel, like right after it happened. But I was talking about going over there and how scared her daughter was, and how she was telling her daughter, she was accusing her daughter of like having sex with an imaginary man that wasn't even there, you guys. It was crazy. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Recovery in Motion. So, but that's why I forgive you guys. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't have a page. That's why I forgive you guys, because I have been there and it's just better for me to forgive, because like I said, if I don't, then it's going to eat my lunch. You know what I mean? It's going to eat my lunch and I'm not going to be able to function. And her daughter is 12 or 13 now. But when we were all together and we were still using, her daughter was like 5, you guys. That's how long I've known this. I've known this girl for a long time. No, she was 3. It was just a hot mess. Forgive and move on. That's right. And here's the thing, you guys, like sometimes the best thing to do is to let people know when someone has their kids and they're using drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because how would we feel? How would we feel if, okay, how would I feel if her daughter was harmed and I didn't do something to help her? But it's different whenever you're both getting high and one person is just doing it to hurt the other person. She wasn't doing it because she was like, oh, I want to help Nicole. She was doing it because she was being a bitch. You know what I mean? But like, okay, let's say like today I went over there and her daughter was like, I almost, honestly, you guys, I almost went over there. And I almost went over there and I almost called and got and took her daughter with me. Like I almost did it that time because I was so worried about that little girl, about her daughter. I was so worried, you guys. And nobody's calling you a snitch, Ray Ray. They're just talking to me. Don't worry, you guys. I think she just misinterpreted it. But anyway, uh, we all cool here. We all cool here. Y'all know how it is. The girl that I partied with back in the day, she stole my wedding ring, and I still to this day don't forgive her. It was a $5,000 worth of jewelry engagement ring. Damn, girl, I understand. That sucks. I know, Bethany. I feel like I should have too. And that's another thing, you guys. Like, that's kind of what I have to live with now is because I probably should have called the authorities. And I probably should have had her daughter removed, you know? And but I just don't know why I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's because I've been through the system and I know how bad it can be. And I would hate for her daughter to go into the system and be in an even worse position because I've seen that happen before, you know? So, anyway, enough of all that. Enough of all that. Um, I just really want to thank everybody, you guys, who came out to the channel, to the stream tonight. Just know that you guys, anytime you guys want to call in and call in and share, all you have to do is call the phone. I know some of you might be shy, and I know a lot of you guys are sharing and chatting in the chat. So that's awesome. But I just want you guys to know that if you want to share on the live stream, you can call in and you don't have to be on the TV. You can just call in and I'll put you on speakerphone and everybody can hear you. But the more you guys get comfortable, the more, we'll do that kind of stuff and it'll become more just like I want it to be more of a thing where for you guys to interact. And so, I can sit up here and I can share with you guys all the experiences and all the knowledge that I have learned by, by trial and error over these years. But I think it's really important for you guys to share things that you've gone through and to also, you know, just to talk and say these things and put them into action and share what you're doing in your life. I think it's important because I think it's going to help you guys a lot. Um, because it helps me. It helps me to sit up here and talk to you guys. It really does help me. And isn't it amazing? Isn't it so freaking awesome, y'all? So I can come up here and we can talk, and I literally feel like I just left church because I get to sit here and talk to you guys about recovery and the amazing blessings that I have in my life today because of staying sober. Yes, Nicole, they should be there. If they're not there, I'm tripping. They should be there by they should be. But here's the thing: I sent off a thick thing of them in a yellow manila envelope. So I hope girl, don't get me tripping. Now I'm gonna have to print out some more. I got a bunch of them in the office that I can send some more behind it. That's right, Jules. So you come here and share with us, okay? So I love you guys. I hope y'all all have a great night. Did everybody enjoy the stream? Did everybody get something out of it? This is what we should do tonight. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay. So everybody that was in the stream tonight that's still here, when we sign off tonight, I want you guys to head over to Discord or our community tab. Oh, Alicia, I have flyers with our Mara meeting information on them that I mail out to people if they want to take them to the clinic that they go to in their town. Okay, I want all of you guys, when you get off here, because this is what we've been doing for the last 2 days in Patreon. I want you guys to all list 3 things that you're grateful for tonight before you go to bed. 3 things you're grateful for, okay? And then tomorrow when you wake up, I want you to look at your list and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm grateful for XYZ and A, B, and C." Okay? Because that's going to help you guys. So try to stay positive, try to keep moving forward. Y'all know if you need anything, you can always call me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line. If you want to come and hang out with us in the Discord, go join the Discord. If you want to come over to the Facebook group, we got the Facebook group. Hey, Alicia, if you'll just text me on that 501 number that's on the screen, I will I'll get your address and I'll send you the flyers. Or if you would like, I can just text you a PDF file of it, and you can take it and send it to your clinic or put it on the email, and they can they can print it off at the office. But whatever you need me to do, girl, you just hit me up on that phone number and I'll get it taken care of for you. I'm over here stuttering, y'all. Okay. All right, you guys. I love y'all. I'll see you later. Thanks, Cindy Briggs. Shout out to Cindy Briggs, my skincare best friend, y'all. The next video I do, I'm pre-recording a skincare video for you girls, and then I'm pre-recording a makeup video. So yeah, we're going to be able to do makeup and skincare and recovery. Okay. Okay. All right. Love you guys.